is spreading across Nigeria from the north. The green states in the picture includes the following hotspots for Islamic jihadist attacks in Nigeria. It includes Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, Benue, Plateau, Niger, Taraba, Kaduna State, all of these states. It is absolutely clear that the UN isn't thinking of what to do next about Nigeria. And it's also clear that AU has thrown up its hands in the air in despair. We are on our own. The Christians in the northern part and central part of Nigeria needs our help.
Christians in Democratic Republic of Congo that were killed by machetes, not a big story, right? We shouldn't share this if we're mainstream media. Some victims were beheaded and burned, but I mean, we don't need to really talk about it a lot because it's just Christians.
So we have up here the persecuted churches, that Christians are the most persecuted group, and yet the world is ignoring this reality. We are sticking our heads in the sand and ignoring that so many people are up against persecution. So as you can see, 19,000 churches have been destroyed. Nothing is being said. There's not much media coverage. We are very silent. And it says, yet no one talks about it.
Over 30 Christians have been beheaded by the Islamic State Mozambique province, also known as ISMP.
25 have people around the world who are terrorists who are beheading Christians. It is the most horrific thing imaginable.
You know how blessed we are to be in a nation that we can, in a way, proclaim Jesus Christ so freely, and we can believe in what we believe so freely that we're not under any threat of being killed. But they can't. Up on a Sunday morning and to get dressed and to get ready and go into a house of worship, knowing that you're under great threat, that you're going to be killed. Not knowing, could this be the day that I die? Could this be the day that I get martyred for my faith? Could this be the day that they come into this church and I get killed because I follow Jesus Christ?
Just this year, 7,087 Christians have been killed, beheaded in many instances. This year, just for going to church, 125,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria, according to the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. By the way, when you're looking at the surge, 7,087 just this year in the first 220 days. That's 35 a day. 19,100 churches have been destroyed. By the way, 10,000 schools have been destroyed that are teaching Christian theology to kids, certain values that they have. And in Nigeria, specific areas they're being targeted. Now, who is doing the targeting to these Christian communities, these Catholic churches? Many of these guys that are jihadists, one of the leaders being Boko Haram since 2009, later splintering into ISIS West Africa province, the ISWAP and Ansaru, conducting mass killing, forcing conversions, and abductions. And you're
my clothes, they burn everything, they burn our food, all my family members, what we kept with is our
Most people around the world are living in utter horror, and most people around the world, most Christians, are living in places where persecution is so dire that you can get beheaded simply for loving Jesus. And so that is convicting to me. It always sort of brings me back to, do I understand the freedom that I have? Do I understand the ability to worship that I have? Do I appreciate that? And then the second conviction is, am I praying enough for these people? The fact that you have 30 people beheaded, it is so satanic and ungodly and evil. And yet, am I praying enough for those in duress around the world?
You love those that are having machetes and taking out your whole village and chopping heads off your family members. And we are to stand and look them in the eye and say, I love you. Well, there's a person in the Bible called Stephen. Stephen was being stoned for his faith. This is what he said: Lord Jesus, receive my spirit. And then, falling to his knees, he shouted, Lord, do not hold this sin against them. That's what he said. Do not hold this sin against them. Because he knew in the act of this is forgiveness.